are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Good.
We have Nicole from Nicole's Recycled Treasures who hates tarantulas here today.
Oh,
She's my new friend, and I just learned that about her.
how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for celebrating today.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see what's in your mystery box. I know you're a little nervous, but it won't be scary.
It's that whole like, oh, okay, I don't, boom, now let's figure something out. But it's usually pretty fun, so we'll see.
Yes. And I have another one just like it that we'll give away at the end of the live. So everyone who's watching, all you have to do is follow Nicole and everyone else who has been presenting today on Decoupage Queen. Follow the new Pentart USA Facebook page and the Decoupage Queen Facebook page. And then let me know here in the comments that you've done that. Even if you did it earlier today when you were watching the other lives, just let me know again here in the comments so I can add you to the wheel. And then we'll spin that at the end of the live today and pick a winner.
Yay. Super exciting. I know.
So if you're ready, I'll turn the camera over to you and we'll get started.
I am ready.
Okay.
How are you? All right. So I guess we're just going to dig right in because Nicole needs to know what is in here. Y'all know mystery boxes make me nervous. So y'all have seen, look, address. But I have some stuff pulled out. Of course, I pulled out some bottles, and I actually pulled out several sizes of bottles. I have no idea what we're about to find in here. So I'm super excited. Okay. Oh, all the papers. We use these. All right. Let's just yank it all out of here. And then, oh, look at me. I was all nervous about a book.
Oh, you didn't want a book? You were scared about a book?
I did. No, I was looking. I knew I had one. And I'm like, oh, and I can't find it. So.
Oh, okay, good.
I thought worst case scenario, I'll pull out a book. Well, I guess I didn't have to. All right, we're going to pull all this out. And then I'll show it to you. And then we will go, oh boy, clay. I love clay.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do. I love working. I'm one that loves to work with clay. So, and a mold. Super exciting. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. I don't think I missed.
I think you got it.
Awesome. We're just going to drop that there. So this is the Regal Crowns mold. I'm super excited about that. I love, 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 love this.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's a great emblem. And I do not have this. So how cool is that? So this is one of the Decoupage Queen stencils.
It's called Little Bird.
Little Bird. There's so much you can do with this. I like that a lot. Okay.
It has a lot of different elements you can use separately.
It does. It has a lot of elements to work with and to play with. So.
Hey, Nicole, I'm sorry to bust in on your guys' stream.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi. Nicole, do you want me to share this over to your page or no? Because it keeps booting it off.
Yes.
And I just want to check with you guys first before I do that.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
No worries.
All right. I'm already feeling something. So I got these papers. This is Arts and Sciences. Look at butterfly wings. Did you know about butterflies?
Tell me.
Who picked out? I love butterflies. Butterflies are my everything.
I picked it out, but I did not know that.
Absolutely. I love me anything to do with butterflies, dragonflies. That is totally me.
Well, great.
I love those two papers. I love all the papers. This is Cottage Stripes, but I love these polka dots. I'm actually loving the vibe of these two together. So this is, I do not have this. So this is a memory. Is this a book? This is a book. This one I don't have, but I kind of want to dig into this.
That arts and sciences paper. Oh, I'm back on the screen with you. I don't know how that happened. The arts and sciences paper that you showed, that's actually that was a previously retired Decoupage Queen paper that we brought out of retirement for this birthday.
Yes, I was so super excited to see the retired papers coming back. I was like, oh. So, yeah, if you guys saw the ones that came out, just so you know, go snag them because I think I need about 50 copies of them.
Yeah.
So this is like a little memory book. This is actually super cute. I love this. And it's got, oh, this is a cool book. I like that. And then, of course, my favorite. You guys know I can't do any kind of decoupaging without my little squeegee. So that's awesome. So I have another one. And then there is some paint in here. I have gold glaze paste. My favorite. Used that before? Yes, I have.
Oh, and good.
Then Decoupage varnish and glue in mattes. That's my favorite decoupage varnish. So that's perfect. And then I have 3 paints here. I have white, black, and is this bourbon or Bourdon? Or yes, it is. One of my favorite colors. How cool is that?
Oh, great.
Who did this box?
I did.
That is awesome.
I'm very happy.
Okay. I need to use that lady. We may do one of those crowns. Oh, Nicole, think which one am I doing? Hold on, y'all. She's too little for that. You guys know I was about to pull out a bottle, right? I can't help myself.
I did, but only because you told me moments ago.
I know. So here's what I'm thinking. That this can go on the front of this bottle and then this on the back. All right, we're going to use tissue paper because I did not have anything primed. So we're just going to wax some tissue paper onto this bottle and then paint over that. I have white paint. That's perfect. We're going to decoupage, and I think we're going to wrap an emblem on the back of that mold and possibly a crown on the top. I don't know. We're just going to wing it. We'll figure it out. All right. So just take some tissue paper, rip it up, do your thing. You guys know how I roll with this. And we're going to slap this on here. So I actually have my varnish and glue. I have one open. So we're just going to go in with this. And we're just going to very quickly wrap this tissue paper on here. So we're going to give it kind of a texture. And then we'll blend it in with waxes anywhere that the paper isn't hitting. So that's the plan.
Okay.
And here's me going, can I finish it in time? It's already 10 after.
If not, you can share a picture later.
I absolutely will. Absolutely. So I'm just going to put a lot of this on there just to make sure that sticks really good. So we're just going to wrap her up.
Okay, so you do tissue paper first.
I am. So typically I would have primed it, but because I didn't have any of my glass bottles or anything primed, I typically have a few primed, and a lot of the ones are more like shapely or wonky shapes for, I don't know, more like Halloweenish, fun little bottles. So I was like, worst case scenario. That's why you saw me grab the tissue paper. I was like, I'm just in case. Because chances are, and you can just slap this on there any old way. We want the texture. We love the texture. And you can fold it over, especially on the sides where we're going to want more texture. And if for whatever reason it tears, you can always slap a little piece off of the remnants and fill in the spot. No biggie.
I've never seen anyone do this before.
Oh,
With the tissue paper, I'm excited.
yeah. It's just a quick, you know, as opposed to priming. And if you like having a lot of texture on your projects, it's just a fun, quick, easy way to kind of go about it. And then you just paint right over it. So on the sides, I don't mind that it's bulking up and doing all that fun stuff, because when you start applying all the waxes to it, I'm
hey,
going
Nicole.
Yes.
Point down, please.
Point down. Oh, yep. Gotcha. All right.
Really
You
love
guys like that voice of Oz. It's like, Terry.
I
God,
was
now
just gonna say I'm obsessed. I love it so much.
my bad. I'm sorry. Okay,
No,
bye.
I love it.
You're good. I'd rather she
Keep
come
it
in and tell me,
coming.
hey, nobody can see you.
Because I was, you know, Terry, I was staring down at this keyboard, diligently typing the names in.
The names in the wheel.
Yes.
Aw.
Okay, but everybody, I'm just gonna be like totally upfront and honest. Megan is so stressed out today, but she's doing amazing. And
She
nothing that
is.
is happening with the doggone book, you all know, is not her fault or my fault or the creator's fault. It's the book. We all know
It's
that.
the book.
So we know, Megan, you're doing amazing. You're doing absolutely amazing.
Thank you. But one thing was my fault, which was that I didn't exit the studio properly.
Well,
and
at
I
least you
wasn't
weren't like saying like, God, that Terry is so annoying, and then it's like an open mic or anything, you know?
No, Terry's a perfect angel. You do everything right.
Did you just say out loud, Terry's a perfect angel?
She knows how I feel. I'm saying it to the whole world.
See, Nicole, I am the nice one. Bye.
Oh, no. She got me. It's a standing joke, Terry. I always tell her I'm the nice one. And she's like,
Well,
I'm the nice one.
I bet you're both pretty nice.
She's pretty okay. She knows I love her.
Yes, she was singing your praises before we went live.
All right. So, yeah, and I don't know what's going on my end, so I'm not ignoring anybody. Hello to all of you. I don't see the comments for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I'll go back and I will read through all the comment section.
They're all telling me that they're following everything, so I can add them to the wheel.
Awesome.
And they're all saying hello.
Hello. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. It's chilly out here. This actually, like, that wind is cold.
We're getting just a little bit of autumn here, which is nice.
All right, so I'm just kind of chip chopping just to make this go as quick and smoothly as possible. And I don't even mind the texture where I'm going to lay the decoupage paper. So I went a little smoother on the front and the back face. I mean, it's still got a little bit of texture, but it's not going to show as much through that decoupage paper. And I actually like the effect it gives, so it doesn't bother me whatsoever. And you're going to come up the neck of the bottle too, because we don't know yet, you know, if Nicole's going to do a topper or not do a topper. And y'all know I go up inside because in case I don't do a topper, I want to see that black paint inside too, so you're not looking into like, oh, well, there's the bottle, you know?
Yes.
So we always do kind of like an extra lip there. And then we just kind of plop that in there. So have you guys all been following along all day? I know I can't see you answer, but I'll see you answer.
Yes. Back. Someone just said they were watching their fourth creative today.
That's awesome.
I know. I so appreciate it.
Awesome. Like I said, I don't remember. I've done these a couple times on the birthday. I'm trying to remember back to how many years I've done it. I don't know if Terry remembers, but I don't remember if this is my third or fourth. I don't remember. I'll have to find that out.
Teresa's here. Teresa, do you remember how many she's done?
Hello, Miss Teresa. That's a lot to remember.
It's like I was saying to Teresa, 5 years seems like a long time, but also no time for how much she accomplished in that time.
Absolutely. I know. I was listening to her story earlier because I didn't know that either. That's just amazing to me. I love it.
And since then, I've just thought of so many more questions I want to ask her too.
I know. I loved hearing how it all came about. And
yes. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I've been a huge fan of Decoupage Queen and just, I mean, since the get-go, Teresa knows that I love their papers. So super excited. I was jumping up and down when I saw they were bringing what they brought back. Okay, so we're just going to dry this really well. I'm going to yank out we're going to use some of this white paint. We're going to put a coat on the front, the back of white. And then we're going to do the black. Actually, we're going to use all three of those paints.
Nikki, you can get the birthday papers from any of our retailers that are carrying them, and you can find a link to our retailer database right in the description.
Yes. Lay this plate out. All right. Slow down for one hot second. Give this a good dry so we can get our paint on there. The paint will dry pretty quick. And now I'm thinking it's contour liner. I'm wondering if we can outline those wings. So this is antique copper. That's actually perfect. I'm trying to think what we can do with the rest of the stuff. The clay will do a mold and put that on the back. Listen to all these plans, 1 hour, right?
Yeah. But it's okay. You just get as far as you can.
Absolutely.
How did you get started doing what you do now?
How did I get started?
Yeah.
I always loved like painting and redoing. Like I loved redoing furniture, which I would like to, you know, get back into doing. I don't have the space, but and then, you know, I always said I loved like if you would go to the thrift store or, you know, wherever, Goodwill, or you'd find like old pieces or fun things to kind of decorate your house with. And it's like, oh, it needs, you know, a facelift. It needs this, it needs that. So I always found the things to kind of, you know, bring into my house without spending a ton of money and like wanted to make it over myself, or especially the garden. Like I loved painting statues and doing fun stuff for the garden or the fence and things like that. And then I just started like kind of watching, and I always I don't know. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, like when I was younger, I actually, and I had not revisited this thought that I did this till probably a couple months ago. I used to love, believe it or not, I used to love to write, and I used to be into like the poetry thing. And I remember writing like little poems, and I was into abstract art. Like it's so weird, like thinking that that's what I did. And I used to,
like as in your teen years.
Yeah, like young. So even elementary school, middle school, stuff like that. And then I wasn't into it anymore, and I just never did it. And then as I got older, it was like kind of like, you know, uplifting pieces for the house. Cause it was, you know, I had kids and things are expensive. So it's like, how can I make it pretty? And then I started watching other people do like the decoupaging of furniture. And then, you know, started watching other creators and I'm like, oh, I can do that. And my love was bottles and I fell in love with working with clay. It took me a hot while to kind of figure it out. And then I fell in love with it. And before I even did lives and stuff, I would go to craft shows and sell my items and I'm like, I can never go live. Like, I don't have the personality to go live. There's no way I can go live, right? And then one day I did, and it was a hot disaster. And
according to who? Just you?
oh no, it was a hot disaster. My phone had no sound.
Okay.
So then I tried again, and then I tried again, and finally, you know, I got a new phone, and it all worked out. And I still get nervous every time I do an event or, you know, there's an auction, or if I'm like, oh, I have this crazy idea. But I don't know. I love it. I'll sit in here sometimes at night and it's just kind of like my piece. I'll sit here and paint pieces, or I love doing pumpkins. Like I said, I love working with clay and creating things, you know, doing a whole bottle and nothing but clay and then just painting, playing with paints and waxes. And I don't know. And we found, you know, all of a sudden everybody was going live on Facebook and it turned into this. And I love every minute of it. And you know what? It's like been probably the best therapy ever too. It's been kind of a blessing in that department. So
yeah, it's a great community.
it is. And that's the thing. Like, I've met some amazing people along the way. You know, and a lot of people, it's almost like you have your own little second family, so to say.
Yes, for sure.
You know, and I don't know, I love it. So, and now I could never see myself not doing it.
Okay, Terry's asking you to point your camera down a little more.
A little more?
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that better?
Yes, that looks good.
So we're just kind of covering. I want to get that front and the back pretty well coated so that we can put our decoupage paper down. We're going to dry that, and I'm going to come into the sides with some black and then that bourbon color.
That is so cool. The texture on that.
Mm-hmm. I just did one yesterday, actually, on my live with the new paper for Decoupage Queen, the little ghost, and the orange polka dots, believe it or not. One little spot here not cooperating, only because I didn't spend a whole heck of a lot of time drying, but we'll just lay that down with some paint. It'll be fine. All right. So I'm going to dry this really good because this is where we're going to decoupage. Still thinking of what I'm going to do. How I'm going to play it out. Okay.
So what she applied on top of the tissue, that was the decoupage varnish and glue, or that was paint?
What's that?
What did you apply on top of the tissue?
Just the paint.
Just paint. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You can actually put the decoupage varnish and glue right on top, which, I mean, basically I sort of did as I kind of went along, but you definitely would, you know, I would recommend putting another coat on there, but it's down. It's not going anywhere. I went pretty heavy with the decoupage varnish on the bottle, so You just want to make sure your paint's nice and dry and it's not going to bleed through your paper. So those are the two. The front and the back I want to make sure is pretty well dry. Sorry, I know this is noisy.
It's not too bad.
So that just gives you like all your fun texture, right? Okay, so do double duty here and just make sure. So now we're going to come back in with our decoupage varnish. Let's see where we're going to lay this and how exactly. I feel like I do this. I almost want that crown will actually cover up that little light bulb is what I'm thinking. And kind of stick up. We want a little bit of that floral. Yep. Right about there. All right, so I'm just gonna take some water, throw some things around. That's my other thing. I'm a little messy. So those that do watch know that. And we're just going to tear this where we lay that water. And wherever this lays, I just want to get a good idea of how far up or down I'm going with this on this bottle.
Mary Jo says she did this tissue paper technique to a wall years ago and it covered a multitude of sins.
Oh, wow. I would have never thought to do that.
Yeah.
It's pretty stinking awesome. You know, you got me thinking, can I do this in my kitchen cabinets?
Yeah.
My poor cabinets need painted so bad. And I'm like, why paint them? Now I'm like, oh, we'll just cover them in tissue. Because I have such an itty bitty kitchen. It's not like it would take me so much to do it. I had like those old school wood cabinets, and years ago, I painted them black. And now I'm looking at them going, wow, they really need help.
That's a real job.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
That used to be our most popular class at Ellen J. Goods was a kitchen cabinet painting class.
Oh, really?
Yes, we would get like, I don't know, from some kind of kitchen store, we would just get like their samples.
Uh-huh.
So everyone would get them and mom would teach them the technique to paint a kitchen cabinet so it wouldn't scratch off. And that was for years, that was really kind of how we got started. People would come in and take that class and it was super popular.
Oh boy, that makes me a little nervous that there's a specific way to do it.
There is, and I would be happy to forward you the PDF from that class.
Here's me. I'm just going to slap this right on. And that's probably why they look the way they do.
Well, depending on how long ago you did it, there have been some developments in paint, probably.
Yeah,
like
probably.
Furniture paint.
Probably, yeah. I think I did get, well, no, I'm probably lying to you. I probably got it, the paint, because it's the black, it's pretty matte black. And I love matte. And everything in my house is kind of like, you know, the black, the gray, the white, like, you know, the basic.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they're just matte black, and I'm like, they need some help. All
Would
right.
you keep them the same color?
Probably.
Yeah.
Listen, if I started putting tissue paper and my kitchen cabinet started, oh my God, I could totally make them look like my bottles. There'd be a whole problem trying to convince anybody else of the worth of my kitchen cabinet.
Yeah. And then it would be like, how do you wipe them down with all that texture?
Oh, well, there's that.
But they would look cool.
They would look cool. That's when you hire a cleaning lady, right?
Yes.
Now it's not my problem.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take this squeegee, and this is why I love this, because it lays the paper down so beautifully. I am not worried about this edge here. We're going to blend that in with paint, wax, all the fun things. So we're just going to lift up here, and I am going to end up sanding this off. So, you know, we may end up sticking some of those roses up in the curve at the top of the bottle. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at the different elements on the paper, and I'm loving those roses.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what we can work with here. Just going to kind of smooth over here. Where are we at on time? Okay.
It is 5:32. You're doing pretty good.
All right. So you're going to want to dry this before we sand it. So what I don't want to do is do all this and then I kind of like really tear that paper apart. Because I do want to save some of what's in here to possibly put on like the neck of the bottle. And I love the look of this whole bodice. So even the texture behind it looks cool because it just gives it more character. Okay. Leave this out. So now I'm just going to come sand off the bottom gently. This is what I love about this rice paper. It just, I don't know. It was, Decoupage Queen was the first rice paper I ever worked with.
It's pretty good.
So I literally fell in love with their papers because I was like, ooh, wait, look at all those pretty papers, you know, because you watch everybody using napkins. And so kind of like what Teresa was saying earlier. So, and then I discovered Decoupage Queen early on, and I was like, I got to have those papers. And then I'm like, I'm never going to be able to do that. Who am I kidding, right? And then it was so stinking easy. And then you just get addicted, and you need all the papers.
And the rice papers are really forgiving and easy to use, I think.
Very, very forgiving and easy to use.
Yes, Linda, I am in Medina. And as my mom would say, halfway between Buffalo and Rochester.
Medina, in Ohio?
Nope.
Oh,
New York.
I was so confused. Well, we have a Medina too. So I was like, wait, you're like literally around the corner from me.
No.
All right.
Just a tiny town, Medina, New York.
Gotcha.
Teresa thought she was in Gilmore Girls when she was here.
Oh, get out.
Yes. It really is a little tiny town. It's cute.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a Medina that I want to say it's like half hour, 40 minutes for me. So I was like, oh, really? I'm just looking for another piece of sandpaper to kind of use my hand to get around that corner. As opposed to that whole...
Kimberly, yes, my mom is very talented. I'm very proud of her. Thank you.
Yes. It's easier than getting that whole base. All right, so I know we kind of took that little light bulb and cut it in half, but this is where the crown is going to go. So we're going to cover that anyway. It'll all be fine.
Ooh, that's already looking so good.
So we're going to go over the top of this. Make sure our edges are down here first.
Yes, Kimberly, this paper is out of retirement just for this birthday. Yes, so look for a stockist that has it. It's a big
so exciting.
deal.
It is a huge deal.
Yes, along with, I think, 7 other papers.
Oh, is it 7?
Yeah, there's a 5-pack and then 2 other special papers. So there's the Fairy Queen, Bluebird Queen, Queen Bee and Roses, Arts and Sciences, which you have, Storybook, Antique Door with Scroll Work, and Lady on the Moon.
I didn't know they brought back the where.
Now you're freaking out.
Listen, yes.
Yes, so be looking for those. They're like little Easter eggs that you can find from our retailers. All of them got them.
I'm even more excited now. All right, let's give this a dry. We're going to go on the back. And actually, I'm going to take some of my black paints. And we're just going to start going around the sides. And I'm going to take is it called Bourdon? I call it bourbon or Bourdon. I think depending on my
It's such a weird word because it's like spelled like bourbon except for that D.
Yes. So I
don't know. Burden?
We'll just go with Bourdon. Bourbon. Usually it's bourbon. If it's like, what's it called? I don't know. We'll go with bourbon. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fall color.
We're going to assume they made a typo.
When I first found it, and I first used it, I think I did like a gazillion projects in that color because it's just so pretty. And it actually is perfect because of the paper. So I'm literally super excited about it.
Isn't that a pretty fall color too?
It is a beautiful fall color. So I'm just going to go with a quick coat of black on here. And then we're going to go in with the bourbon. That's what we're going to call it. I think it's Bourdon though. And here's where, when you're using these papers, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go over it in that other color too. And then we're going to bring in all the waxes. So what I want to do is kind of get the sides of this and the front of this somewhat finished, because even if we don't finish the whole back, you guys will have an idea. I mean, I don't know that we're going to finish it, but I want you to kind of see what we're going to be doing with it.
Terry's saying it's Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. That's what it is. She did tell me once what it was.
Now someone else is saying it's Bordeaux.
Oh.
The next time we have a meeting with Pentart,
Potato.
a Zoom meeting, I'm going to make them say it to me.
There you go. And then let me know.
Yes.
Potato,
yes, you can. Everybody's asking, can I get the Queen Bee paper? Yes, you can get it. There are retailers. I see them putting their links here in the comments. So
so
grab
super
one while
excited.
you can get it.
Yeah, I was so super excited when I saw that come out. I was like, whoa, get at it. I did. I was on Teresa's Live and I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Like if you could, do you ever get so excited you throw your phone?
Yeah.
If I throw my phone, I'm excited.
Yes. Yeah, well, because it's never happened before.
Yeah, no.
We just thought 5 years was a big deal.
Huge deal. I mean, that's such a big accomplishment.
Yes, huge.
It really is. And that's just amazing to me. So. All right. So we got our black on. Let's give that a really good dry. I'm just going to kind of paint and dry at the same time. And like I said, if we don't get the back done, we don't get the back done, but
that's okay.
But so can you picture that crown right up top? So here's the thing. Do I have, you know what's funny? I do have a casting of one of the crowns. Right, if I can get it with my big old hands. Look at it. See where I'm going with that? And then that contour liner, I'm thinking around the wings. We'll take maybe even the detail of that dress. You can play off of so much of these papers. So I'm not worried about covering the whole thing in this color. If there's some black spots, there's black spots. I actually want that. I just want to slap some of that color on there. And this is where stuff like this is fun. You don't have to be because we all know me in detail painting, I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. Not that anything that's hand painted is perfect, but look at that color with those flowers. How perfect did that match? I love that. And so Miss Dina is next.
Nope, Chris Hunter
I'm sorry, Chris Hunter is next.
with Terry.
Gotcha. How are we on time?
We are at 5:42.
Heard. All right. I'm not going to worry so much about the bottom then. But what I think I'm going to do is, because I have this that's in the resin, but I really want to do the clay so I can kind of mold it a little bit.
That color is so pretty.
What's that?
That color is so pretty.
Isn't it? I mean, that's why as soon as I saw that with the paper, you know what I mean? Like it's perfect for that paper. And then do like maybe like a aged gold, like a antique gold crown. So we're kind of doing a half a project.
Yeah.
Do half of it.
Yeah.
So, but that's okay. We can do half. All right, let's just dry this. So this is going to go on the back. This is the black and white dots. I kind of like that for the back.
Yeah.
Or you can just do this like, so in this crown mold, it's got, this is my favorite. I love this. We could just put that right on the back.
Oh, yeah.
That would look just as beautiful as if we were to deck, or we can do both. We can put the paper and that mold.
I love the idea of that on the back, though.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, let's cover this. So, or we could also do a stencil with the glaze paste. There's so many things I could be doing right now. That my brain's going everywhere. See what I mean though with the crown? If we did like an antique gold and that laid right there. And then I think with the contour liner, we're going to do some of the, because if you look at the actual dress, it's got all that lace work. Or we can highlight the wings, like go on the outside of the wings with that contour liner. But in the meantime, we're going to go, if we're going to do like kind of antiques, like antique kind of colors, I think we're going to go in with some brassy antique gold. I pulled out 2 brass and 2 antique gold. How do you like that? Maybe some antique bronze.
Oh, that could be really good.
And I always play with my wax paste, but for some reason, I've been obsessed with them the last probably a couple weeks now. I think because like all these more fallish colors coming, you know, with fall coming, I get super excited about it.
Did you start following the Pentart USA Facebook page yet?
I believe I am. I'll double check.
Because we've been doing a product of the week. And so this last week, the product of the week was the antique paste. And the week before that was the wax paste. So I think you'd really like that.
Awesome. So we're going to go in with the
featuring them.
brass. And so you're going to see some of the black still through that paint. But this is where all this paper, I'm trying to be mindful of the time because I know you got other creators coming on and you got to pick the winner for the mystery box.
I can pull that wheel up right to the side while you're still working.
Awesome. Just yell at me and be like, Nicole, you're done. You're done. You're done. So as soon as I discovered these waxes, it was game over for me because I didn't initially. I remember the first time I used one, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I couldn't believe what a difference it makes in a project, you know? And now I think back, like, I didn't use waxes. What the heck was wrong with me?
Oh, someone said she didn't smell them today. Do you love how they smell?
I was, yes.
I do too. I'm a freak like that. I really love how they smell. I always say, I give the disclaimer, I don't recommend it. It has a warning on the jar. But
I don't either. It's a problem.
I do love how they smell.
It's a problem. They all know it's a problem.
Yep. My mom actually, like behind the scenes, when I say that, because you can't see me on camera, or she'll have the camera down. She's like doing the slash mark across her throat and making mean faces at me to stop saying it. She's worried that she'll get kicked off. She'll get kicked off her platforms because I'm recommending people are huffing.
Oh, geez. Oh, man. Come on. No.
I've been scolded many a time.
Great.
They smell good. I can't help it. They smell good.
See, like you see all that texture just highlighted now?
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Okay. So that was the brass. We're going to come in. I know I just pulled like 20. Maybe I didn't pull 20 brushes, but we will. And I'm thinking with these colors, which one is this? Look at me. Now I'm lost. We are going to use the honey gold because I want to bring in, this is the antique bronze. So we're going to come in with the antique bronze. This is the antique paste. These are all by Pentart. If you guys haven't tried the pastes, the waxes, you have to, because it just brings everything. It just levels your projects up. It's, like I said, I think back and I'm like, I didn't use these. Now, obviously, you know, I'm doing this pretty stinking quick. But what I will tell you is when you're using these, the biggest thing I had to learn right from the get-go is they are very strong, you know, very pigmented. So a little does go a long way. And I'll tell you that you'd be surprised. Like I had a silver that I had for over 2 years. And I used to use silver and black a lot. Now I've kind of like, I love the gold. I still love the silver and black, but I use a lot of the golds and the bronzes and all of that. But they do go a long, long way. So you don't need a ton on your brush. But I look at some of my projects from back in the day. You know, I don't know if you've done that. Like, I think we all do that. And I'm like, there's no wax on that. What was wrong with me?
It does make a huge difference.
Huge difference. So this is the honey gold. Now this is definitely bright, you guys. I've been using this a lot lately because I love it, you know, for like your more like your Halloween projects. So this kind of has almost like an orangish kind of hue to it. I think what I'm going to do is I want to come in with something totally different. We'll see. So, but see how it kind of has like that orange.
Yes.
I know it's bouncing off my light a lot and the way I got the camera angled right now, but when I take a picture of this, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And obviously I got to do a little bit of detail work around everything in here, but see like all that texture and all those different, that's what that tissue paper does. And I love that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm going to be sitting here for the next, I know I have the wrong caps on the wrong waxes. We're going to go fire gold just a little bit. Now this one is very high pigmented. This is the fire gold. And we're just going to do a little bit here and there. We're not going to put it everywhere. And I may go back in here with some of the black wax just to tone it down a little bit.
Wow, that fire gold is amazing.
The fire gold is out of this world.
Wow.
Yeah. See that? It just brings a whole different, like I said, I know my lights are very pretty stinking bright, but I almost want to go in with the white gold now. However, I think, okay, I want to think this out for just a quick second. We'll come up here with this. And then the contour liner, I love using these guys. This is the antique copper, which is perfect because it kind of falls in line with like the antique golds and stuff that I want to be using in this. And this is super fine tip. And when you put these on here, when you use this, I was so scared to use these initially.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I just always felt like you had to have like this super steady hand to do it. And I was always like, I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to mess it up. But they really, I love using them. Okay. I just don't want this big old mamma jamma. Oh, hello. That would be why. Hey, Nicole, open the inside. Do as I say, not as I do.
Elizabeth has never used contour liners. Well, good. You're about to see how easy they are.
They are pretty stinking easy once you open the tube.
And once they're really dry, they're pretty waterproof too.
Yes. And they're beautiful. Like you wouldn't think that the color coming off of here, but they are beautiful. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is, I don't know if I want to mess with the black lace, but I know I do want to, let me just, see, this is where my nerves get the best of me. But you can wipe it off. It's got that fine tip. And we're just going to outline those butterfly wings. And obviously I'm going to have to let this dry and then come back and do the back of this bottle. Little shaky start there, but now I got it. And I'll fix that, no problem. But it kind of gives you a bit of a 3D effect. I mean, that's essentially what you're doing with it. But
Right.
it's, God, the colors are just stunningly beautiful. So I'm just going right along the wing. Now, if I were to mess up here, you could take like a little silicone brush and just wipe that away, and then take your baby wipe and gently wipe off any of the excess. Because I did put a really good top coat of the decoupage varnishing glue on this paper. So if you had to wipe it back, you could.
Yes, you have a second. It doesn't dry like immediately.
Right. So if it makes you nervous that you're, you know, a little shaky or your first time using it, you're not confident in what you just did, you made a little boo-boo, you do have time to go back and fix it.
Okay, we're down to the last few minutes. So if there's anybody that needs to get in this wheel, let me know in the comments. I think I've got everybody. I've been scrolling through.
I'm so excited. So they'll get everything that was in this box.
Yep, the whole box. It's identical to yours. I packed them both at the same time.
So stinking amazing to me.
Yeah. And then it will be fun to see what they make.
I would love that. So if you guys end up with that, please post that for me or send me a message, because I would love to see what you do with it.
Yes.
So you guys saw I kind of did that, and we're gonna wipe it away a bit here. And we're just going to go in and we're going to fix it from the other side. No biggie. So all gone, right? And we're just going to continue.
Nope, it's not too late to get on the wheel if you did all the things.
Right? You got a moment. So that's kind of what your contour liner is going to do. Can you guys see that? I'm trying to hold it so you can see them. There you go.
Oh, yeah, that looks so cool.
So it'll be kind of 3D there. And then I'm thinking I want to do this in the clay because we got the Jovi clay. So this is one of my favorite clays, guys, the Jovi clay. That is actually... I tried a million different clays, right? And when I got the Jovi clay, that's when I really fell in love with working with clay, because it's got like that right consistency to it that I absolutely love.
Oh yeah, that will look so good.
So I'm thinking if we did this in like an antique, you know what if we did this in the Bourdon color and then put antique gold wax over it. I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit. And then for the, what did I do with the mold? Oh, I'm moving stuff around and I don't even know what I'm doing. I think I want to put this on the back.
I think that would look great.
I think if I just paint the back in the black and the Bourdon and then just put that back there as opposed to that paper maybe.
I think that would look really good.
I think that would look awesome on there. And what I kind of want to do with part of the neck is I collect all these like little things off of old vintage picture frames and so forth. I have some bigger ones, and you can actually, I can sort of heat it and wrap it and give it like a little top just so it's not a simple... You know what I mean? Like I have all these doodads. Like here's a big one. Like we could actually wrap up there and kind of give it that same. Oh, look at this. Get out of town. Look at this one. Cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, but I have all these fun little corners and so forth. And I love doing it on, I mean, it's got that perfect look. It's almost like... It's elegant, but kind of that industrial kind of thing.
And it would kind of mimic, if you're doing that emblem on the back, it would mimic that look.
Yes. And maybe even if we did it on the front and the back, and I could cut this back a little bit, have them join from the front and from the back, I think that would look pretty stinking cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love playing with old stuff like this on bottles because I think it gives it just a whole totally different look. But I wish I could have finished it. Obviously, we got to do the back, but I think.
Yes, you must do it and take a picture for us.
Yes, I will.
Or do a part 2 live.
Yes, I could do that as well. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I'm bringing the wheel up. Are you ready?
Alrighty. I'm ready.
Okay. Shuffling. I hope you win, whoever you are.
And then I want to see what you did with your goodies.
Yes, definitely. Kimberly Wald.
Oh, how
Congratulations.
awesome.
So exciting.
Kimberly, I want to see.
Yes, we want to see what you make. So you're going to want to email Terry at decoupagequeen.com to get your prize. Make sure you send her all your information, like your address particularly, so I can send that box to you. I have it all ready to go. As soon as you send her that, like if you send her that this weekend, I will ship that box to you on Monday.
Beautiful.
Okay, so exciting. Well, thank you so much for doing this with us today.
Thank you for having me again.
It was fun getting to know you a little bit.
You too. I can't wait to see what everybody else is doing.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. So we'll be ready next for Chris Hunter, and all you have to do is refresh your page and she should pop up next.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.